Men over 50, hit pause for a second. If you're drinking plain baking soda, hoping for a boost in energy and blood flow, you're making a huge mistake. And I know exactly why nothing's changing. You're doing it alone, battling that quiet frustration when your body just won't listen, and that old confidence feels like a distant memory. You stare at the ceiling at night, asking the same painful question: where did it all go? You don't even talk about it with yourself anymore. But what if I told you the answer isn't in a pharmacy, but on your own kitchen shelf? Just two simple powders you've never even thought about. Mix them the right way, and your body will wake up. Ready for the secret? Watch till the end. Let's go. Let's be real. Imagine that inside your body, day after day, year after year, a silent rust is building up. Not the kind that creaks, but the kind that slowly coats everything in a thick film. This is acidity. You don't feel it. It doesn't hurt, doesn't ache anywhere. But it does its dirty work, slowly and surely. What happens? Your blood, which should be lively and fluid, starts to resemble a stagnant swamp. Think of your blood vessels not as steel pipes, but as millions of elastic smart hoses. Their job is to expand on time to let a powerful surge of blood through to where it's needed right now, to your muscles, your brain, your heart. For this expansion, you need a special signal. Imagine it as a foreman yelling on a construction site: hoses, open up. This foreman is a molecule called nitric oxide. It's the one that commands your vessels. Relax, open up, let the flow in. Now, imagine someone suddenly turns on a deafening siren on that construction site. A roar, a rumble, impossible to hear a single clear word. That siren is the increased acidity inside you. It doesn't destroy nitric oxide. It just drowns it out. Its commands are lost in the noise. The foreman is screaming, but no one can hear him. The result? The hose-like vessels remain half-closed, squeezed tight. Blood seeps through them with difficulty, barely trickling. Where doesn't it reach? The extremities. That's why hands and feet are often cold, even when it's warm. It doesn't reach your muscles in the right volume, hence the fatigue, lack of strength, shortness of breath. It can't provide that powerful, instant surge needed for confident, reliable male vitality. So you sit there thinking, well, that's life. Getting old. It's not the end of the world, but living fully isn't working either. You blame age. But the real culprit is simple chemistry. Unrecognized, invisible, but totally controlling how you feel. Your body isn't broken. It's just screaming into a vacuum because its internal communication, nitric oxide, is drowned out by acidic noise. And the most important thing every man needs to understand is this: you can turn that noise off. You can switch off the siren and let the commands be heard again. And then your vessels will respond. Then your blood will flow. Then the cold will be replaced by warmth and fatigue by energy. And you don't need magic pills for this. You just need to know which switch to flip. So, we have a problem. An internal acidity siren drowning out commands. We need to turn it off. Who comes to the rescue? The most ordinary, white, unremarkable powder that's been gathering dust on your shelf for years. Baking soda. Forget everything you thought you knew about it. Forget pancakes and cleaning the sink. Its main battle isn't in the kitchen. It's inside your body. Think of it as a firefighter. But instead of putting out fire, it puts out that acidic blaze in your tissues and blood. How does it work? Very simply, basic school chemistry. Baking soda is an alkali. Acid plus alkali equals neutralization. It gently, without aggression, binds excess acid ions and removes them. It doesn't break anything. It just takes out the trash. What happens the moment the firefighter soda starts its work? The noise dies down. The deafening siren of acidity fades to a background hum and then goes silent altogether. And in this sudden, newfound silence, a clear, distinct voice finally becomes audible. It's the voice of nitric oxide, that foreman on the construction site of your blood vessels. Before, he was shouting, straining, but no one heard him. Now, in the silence, his command, "Relax! Open up!" rings out loud and clear. The vessels, which have been in a clenched, tense state from the constant noise for years, finally get a clear order. They start to obediently relax. The passage inside them gradually widens. This is the first, most crucial breakthrough. Blood that was struggling to squeeze through now gets a bit more room. You might feel this as a slight, barely noticeable warmth in your limbs, or a sense that breathing has become a little easier. But, and this is the most important, but, the story does not end here. Soda the firefighter is a one-trick hero. It brilliantly accomplished its mission. It cleared the site, turned off the noise, created the conditions. It prepared the ground. But imagine, the fire is out, the noise has stopped, the foreman gave the command, but there's nothing to build with. No materials, no energy to turn this prepared site into a strong, powerful, lasting building. Soda opened the gates, but what needs to rush through them isn't just air, but a real avalanche of resources. Oxygen, energy, strength. It created the opportunity, but didn't ensure the execution. It's like someone who brought you the key to a locked door to a treasure room. The key is in the lock, the door is cracked open, but to get the treasures, you need a second person who will help swing that heavy door wide open and step inside. And this is where the second player enters the scene. Quiet, unassuming, whom everyone considered just a kitchen helper. But he is the one who turns a cracked open door into a wide passageway, and the silence after the storm into a symphony of renewed strength. He doesn't just help, he multiplies the effect many times over, and his name will surprise you. And this player will surprise you. The second powder is citric acid. Yes, the very same one from the little packet for home canning. You mix it with baking soda in water, it fizzes and bubbles. And in that moment, magic happens. They don't just mix, they transform into a new substance, sodium citrate. This is the real key. This sodium citrate does 3 brilliant things. First, it protects those very cells in your blood vessels so that nitric oxide lives longer and works harder. Second, it makes red blood cells more flexible so they can slip into the narrowest capillaries, delivering oxygen to every muscle. Third, it directly charges your cells' power stations. The result? Your vessels don't just open up, they stay open. Blood flows powerfully and steadily. Warmth returns to your palms, clarity to your head, and most importantly, that very confidence you thought you'd lost. But the main secret here isn't in the ingredients. It's in the timing. Drinking the mix and expecting an instant miracle is useless. Your body is not a button. It's like an engine that needs to warm up. Here's the golden rule. Drink it on an empty stomach 45 to 60 minutes before you need to be at your peak. The first 20 minutes are quiet preparation inside. By 30 to 45 minutes, the components are fully active. And the peak, that window of maximum readiness, hits right around 45 to 60 minutes. At that moment, you'll feel your body fill with a living warmth and calm strength. Don't rush it. Give it that hour. Now, the recipe. Precision is everything. We need a 2-to-1 ratio. For every 3 grams of baking soda, take 1.5 grams of citric acid. Dissolve it in a glass of warm water. Let it fizz for a bit, stir, and drink. Start with small doses. Listen to your body. Important. If you have serious kidney problems, high blood pressure, or are on a strict low-sodium diet, talk to your doctor first. For most healthy men, this is gentle, safe, and affordable. And now, for the most important part. This isn't a one-time pill. The power of this method unfolds over time. Using it a few times a week, you don't just get a short-term effect. You give your blood vessels a chance to recover. You improve oxygen delivery to all your tissues. You wake up with more energy, move more easily, Feel younger? This isn't fantasy. It's physiology. You stop being afraid of life and start living to the fullest again. Men, your story isn't over. What you're experiencing isn't a life sentence from age. It's just a glitch in your body's chemistry that can be fixed. Don't settle for silence and despair. Strength can return. Confidence can return. Life can return. These two simple powders in your kitchen aren't magic. They're science. The science of giving your body what it truly craves. Take the first step. Take back your right to feel strong, alive, and needed. You deserve it. It's all in your hands.